Hey everybody, I'm back. Had a marathon going on last night. You probably hear it in my voice a little bit. It's a little rough right now. Excuse me. So I figured to come on here. Oh, I did it again. Turn my lights on. Yep. Okay, be blinded for a second, and then we settle in. So what's up? What's up, Raider Nation? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. How you doing today? So let's get this started today. Let's see what we can get going for conversations and chats in here and see what people are thinking, what's going on. Anybody watching the game right now? Um, right now you got the Buffalo Bills playing host to the Denver Broncos. They're a few seconds away from going into halftime here. Right now the Bills have a lead. I know they just punted away to Denver. They're still in a commercial timeout right now. So we'll see what's going on here once they get ready to get rolling again. See if the Broncos can do anything, or if they're just going to sit on it and just do a kneel down and call it a half and go into halftime and chill out for a while. What's up, Raider Paul? How you doing this afternoon, brother? How you been? How you been? I know you guys were. I know you were on last night with me. That was a long haul last night. That was a 4-hour show. I pretty much did last night. I appreciate everybody that was in the channel last night. All the interaction in the chat. It was pretty fire in here last night. We had some good conversations. I had one of my co-hosts from the Raider Connection jump on with me last night for about an hour and a half or so before we called it quits because it was already like 3 o'clock in the morning my time. I had enough. Yeah, it was a long ass night, man. It really was. It was a fun one though. That was a lot of fun last night. I had a lot of interaction. Definitely fans from other teams coming in and chatting it up. All right. So Buffalo's up 10-7. Denver's got the ball. They're at their own 5, 6, 7 yard line. Oh, it was a minute 52 left. Why did I think there was less than that? They got 2 timeouts. Let's see what Denver's going to do here. God, I hope. All I care about is I hope Denver loses. That's all I need. Chargers are out already in typical Charger fashion. Yeah, no shit, right? Come on, Bills. Like I said last night in the show, I'm definitely a Bills fan today. Want the Chargers to lose. And then next week, the Chiefs are back in action. So hopefully we can complete the trifecta next week if everything goes as planned today and the Broncos lose. What's going on? How you doing? Yeah, we'll complete that trifecta and hopefully the Chiefs get knocked out next week. That's the ultimate goal here. I mean, us Raider fans, nobody wants to see the Chiefs go and do this shit again, win another goddamn Super Bowl. I'm done. I'm tired, and I'm over with the Chiefs being involved. It's time for them to start playing shitty again, like we're so used to for so many years. So let's see. Yeah, just go back to the game, man. I hate all these TV timeouts, and this is coming up next on the show. Want a new team to win it, someone who hasn't won it. Right, which is why I want Buffalo and Detroit, because then we're guaranteed to have a winner of the Super Bowl that's never won before. Robert Pena, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining me here today. I appreciate it. You're at work today, huh? Fortunately, you got to work on a Sunday. That kind of sucks. Sorry, brother. But, hey, you know what? You got to grind. You got to make the money, man. I hear you. Well, thanks for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. Pretty much the generalization of this show today is just going to be pretty much just get on here, chit chat, see what I can get into with people live here today and interacting. I mean, like I said, last night's show was pretty damn good. Had a lot of interaction. So let's see. Denver looks like they're moving the ball now. They're down to 40 seconds. They're at their own 31. Buffalo still up 10-7. Let's see. Nick's back to pass. Did he catch that? It's tough to tell against the sideline. No, they're giving him the catch. That's a first down. Stop the clock, too. Ooh, That's going to be a tough one. I don't know. Might not have. There's one for. All right. Yeah, from that angle. Yeah, first down. All right. So let's see. Nick back to pass again. Complete. Threw it at the feet of the receiver. I have no idea who that is. See the name, you can tell by the number. Stop the clock. So we're at 23 seconds left before the half point. Kick is warming up now. Throw it back to the line. Ball snap. Kicks drop back. Scrambling to the right. Throws it. Incomplete. Off the fingertip. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what this is. It's a half. No. Holding against the defense. Number 47, Christian Benford. Yeah, I mean, he was basically mugging him back there. All right. Yeah, that was a fair call. I'll give them that one. All right, we're down to 15 seconds. Oh, that's the fourth penalty already on Buffalo in the first half. Damn. All right, back at the line. Single back, split left. Oh, no, who's calling? Are they calling a timeout? No, Buffalo's calling a timeout. All right, so now we're going to wait a little bit freaking longer now. So what's going on, everybody? I know, Robert Penny, I know you're at work. Right up all. You just chilling at home today, watching the games, or what's going on your end? Oh, Buffalo gets the ball in the second half, too, so that's good. That's good. I just want Buffalo going with the lead. I don't want this a tie game at halftime. Fuck that. Let's see. What else is going on out here? All right, we're still at 15 seconds. It's 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Game, the play clock hasn't started yet. They're in the huddle now. All right, so let's go. Let's get this going. That's your guess, 24-21 Bills. I could live with that. I could see that. The way these defenses are playing, I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair score. All right, they're back at the line. Nix drops back. Scrambling right. Oh, pass complete. First down. Looks like Sutton. Yeah, it was Cortland Sutton. Where did he end up with the yardage? Where were they? 5 seconds left. He went out of bounds. That stopped the clock. They got within the field goal range marker, so they took it down to about the 32. So 5 seconds. Yeah, they're going to have to. They can't take a chance on another play right now. They're going to have to go. They're going to have to kick it. 5 seconds. That's not enough. Yeah, they brought the kicker out. There he is. There's lots. So let's see. 5 seconds left. I don't know how long this one is. As long as 55, so we'll see. Oh, wow, it's a 50-yard attempt. Oh, I didn't think it was that far. All right, 50-yard attempt. Let's see what we get. Come on, block it, miss it, whatever. Doinked off the right, off the right, off the right, up. Oh my God, the right pole. Doinked it and it fell back out onto the field. No field goal. All right, so Bills are going in at halftime with the lead, 10-7. So that's it. We're at halftime now. So I don't know if anybody saw the news yet today, but looks like the Patriots are confirming that they're hiring Vrabel. So that pulls him off the any other team's wish list for a head coach. So he's unavailable now. So he's going to be going to New England, which I said it from the moment Mayo was fired, that's who was going there. So here it is a week later, and Mayo's been fired, and they've already hired their coach. Yeah, thank you. The goalpost. I don't know why I couldn't think of the goddamn word. Yeah, hook on phonics worked for me. No, apparently not. So yeah, so Vrabel was officially mentioned today as the new head coach for the Patriots. So that settles that now. So I mean, I think it's starting to look better that it's probably going to be Ben Johnson for us, which I'm totally a-okay with. I have no issues with that. I just, unfortunately, if that's the guy we're gonna go with, we're gonna have to wait a little while, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. It kind of just puts us behind a little bit because now with New England, you look at it this way. Vrabel's hired as the coach, they can already get everything. They can get the process going on their end to, start rolling. It just I hate having to wait now. You know, I mean, seriously, any of the other coaches they're looking at other than Pete Carroll. What's up, Ollie? How you doing, buddy? What's going on? Any other coaches we're looking at right now, as long as they're not already coaching somewhere, or like Pete Carroll, we could hire him immediately. If we've completed the Rooney Rule portion of everything. But like if it's Ben Johnson, we're gonna have to wait till Detroit's out of the playoffs, and who knows when that's gonna be. I mean, their first game's not until next week. If anybody that's hoping that they make the Super Bowl, now we're talking. We're into the first 2 weeks of February. Where am I from? I'm from Rhode Island, which is on the East Coast in New England. If you look on the map, I'm that tiny little state squished between Connecticut and Massachusetts. I know it's pretty far away from Oakland and Los Angeles and Las Vegas to be a Raiders fan, but again, I've been a Raiders fan since the 70s, so I've been through the good times and the bad. Unfortunately, I've also had to deal with the bad times here in New England when the Patriots are doing good. Never heard the end of that crap. So that's why you'll hear me talk a little bit about, not a little bit, but quite a bit about the Patriots, because I don't talk about them like in a good way. In other words, mostly just because of how much I hate them. Living here as a Raiders fan, living in New England, and having to deal with the Patriots and the Pats fans, and just all the bullshit that came along with it during their little spurt of being good. But now they're on that downslide. But who knows now with them hiring Vrabel, that can have a completely different turnaround of this team. I'm praying to God it doesn't. I hope it doesn't, because I think anybody that's a Raiders fan in this area, has had enough of that crap. I'm hoping they go on a 20-year hiatus to where they suck on a consistent basis for a long time for a while. I can't handle them jumping right back into being competitive and relevant again. But again, only time will tell at this point. Can you tell by an accent, the way I say things? I think it's funny that people react to the accent when I say certain words. I mean, it's no different than someone from the South. They've got that Southern drawl, you know, or even like the people from Minnesota or up in that area. The way they talk sometimes is kind of funny. Um, they just replayed the missed kick. That's great. I love it. So anybody that's just joining, it's halftime now with the Buffalo and Denver game. Buffalo is up 10-7. There's my man Arnie. I knew you'd be here at some point, brother. How you doing this morning, this afternoon? What's going on? What's going on? So I'm sure most Raider fans are hoping for the same outcome today. Buffalo win. That knocks out the Chargers. That knocks out the Broncos. And then the next phase of our enjoyment of the playoffs is watching the Chiefs lose next week, depending on who they have to play. I don't think it matters who they play next week. I still want to see them lose. It's not like I'm going to be upset with whoever beats them. I don't care who beats them as long as somebody does. even if they lost in the Super, I don't want them in the Super Bowl. Plain and simple. What's your worst case scenario for our sixth pick? In my opinion, the worst case scenario is we trade back up to the top three. That's the worst case scenario that I can see. Um, I still think any of the three guys, if we stay steady at pick number six, any of the three guys that I'm seriously hoping we get, at least one of them will be there by that time. And for those that are here that haven't heard that, that would be Andre Carter from Penn State, the kid Johnson from Michigan, and T Mac, the wide receiver from Arizona. Those are one of the three I like. Yeah, I'm fine with trading down, but I, I still rather have a shot at one of those three. And you're right, trading up is risky because what you're going to give up for what you're going to get. You got to look at it that way. Worst case, Ward, Shador, best case, Carter and Johnson. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. Because I have not wanted either one of those two quarterbacks at all since anybody started talking about potential quarterbacks and picks in the first round. Um, I wanted nothing to do with either one of those two. Sorry, I'm just reaching over to turn my space heater on. It's a little chilly in here right now. It's getting warmer outside. It's like in the 40s today compared to what it's been the last few days. I mean, we got hit with some snow yesterday. I think we got maybe like 2 to 3 inches of snow. Um, a good chunk of it's already melting away now. That's the nice thing about New England. You get snow, and all you need is like today. There's not a single cloud in the sky, so the sun just beating down on everything, and with the temperatures going up, this shit's just melting away. Dual Carter is a difference maker, the Darth Vader defensive end to bookend Crosby. Yeah, and yeah, okay. I'm not even going to put that up. Let's see. I mean, this off season is it's lining up to be fairly pretty interesting. I should say, not fairly. I'm just glad the season's over. We can move on now. Mainstay of business now is head coach, coordinators, and GM at this point. Man, I am just wiped from yesterday still. That was a long show last night. I wasn't expecting to go that long last night. It was on for 4 hours. That was one heck of a stretch. I mean, it was successful. I had gathered over 10,000 views last night. That's the highest I've ever had. 10,000 views, and the watch time was huge. Had a steady group of yeah, I didn't get off until like almost 3 o'clock my time in the morning. Had a steady viewership of anywhere from like 60 to 80 throughout the entire thing. I was blown away by that. That there was able to keep that much of a higher end peak of people in the chat, and people viewing the show. It's getting off to a slow start right now, but I just think because it's the time frame right now, plus people are probably watching the game and not looking at their phones and shit. Um, I mean, everybody that's in here right now that's mentioned, talked in the chat, like yourself, Pigs, Arnie, Robert Pena, um, Raider Paul. I mean, you guys are always jump on when I'm on, and I appreciate you guys following me. Yeah, 4 hours. I fell asleep at some point. Yeah, you were in there for a little while last night, and then you just kind of just gone, which I don't blame you. I mean, it's late. Even California time. I mean, that's already at that point. It's midnight. Name one play to cut, trade, and extend out about 27 free agents. Well, if they're a free agent, we can't trade them because they're technically not under contract anymore. Um, oh, yeah, so that's even worse, Pigs. You're closer to my time zone at that point. So yeah, so if I get off at like 3 o'clock, it's already what, 2 your time? I think you're an hour behind me. Um, cut. I mean, again, never mind. I see what you're saying. Extend out of our 27 free agents. The one that I want to extend is either Spillane or Chase on. It's got to be either one of those two. We got to sink money into one of them. Cut, Parham, bye, see ya. Trade, Andre James. I think we could get something for him. It won't be much. It'll be minuscule, but some teams are going to need a center for sure. So that's what I would do. Detroit. Let's see. Been to a few games in Detroit. Seen AP versus Campbell in 07 when the Giants went in to beat the unbeaten Pats. I hate the Patriots. That was the best. 18 and one Giant loss. Love it. Love it. Splain has to get a good deal. Dude is rock solid. Yeah, he is. Especially in the absence of Max, he's like the um, um, he's like the leader on that defense. If Max isn't there, he's like the lifeblood of that defense with Max and without Max. I mean, everything centers around him in the middle. Playing the linebacker position. The kid plays solid. He's pretty much the same way as Max. He doesn't quit. I mean, he's always involved. He's always hustling. He's proven to me in every aspect that he needs to be here again. We should not be. He should not be going anywhere. Let's see. And then, like I said, Chase on with what he's done since he's been here with us. I mean, I think he's earned every right to offer him an extension. I'm all for it, 100% all for it. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice stadium when it's finally done. That Buffalo Stadium, the new one. Looks like we're getting ready to come back from halftime. Thank God. When I get this game going, I forget who's the next game. What's the next game on today? Green Bay and Philly. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game too. So today's slate is Denver at Buffalo, which is going on right now. We're just coming out of halftime. 4:30 game today is Greenberg at Philly. Point spread on that is 5. Philly's favored. Over and under is 45.5. This game here, Buffalo and Denver, it's an 8.5 spread with Buffalo favored. Over and under is 48. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, you've got the Redskins playing in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's favored by 3. Over or under on that one's 50. So this game right now is on CBS. The 4:30 game is going to be on Fox. That's probably Brady doing that one. And then the night game tonight at 8 o'clock is NBC. That's going to be the Todd Collinsworth. Ugh, I can't stand him. I mean, Chris Collinsworth. That'll be him on tonight. And then tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on ABC, it's Minnesota at the Rams in Arizona. Because I don't know if everybody's aware that they did move that game to Arizona because of the wildfire situation in Los Angeles. Over and under on that is 48. Rams are favored by 2. I gotta put my glasses on. I can't even read that number. It's so small. I don't know. Rams are underdogs, 2.5. Yeah, that's one of the things I mentioned last night. It sucks if you're a Vikings fan because you had these plans to travel to, to LA to go watch this game. And all of a sudden, you got to switch your plans. Now you got to get to Arizona. I think it's going to be easier for the Vikings fans to switch and make the arrangements to get to Arizona. You think about the Rams fans; they weren't planning on traveling because they're already there. Now they gotta, instead of having the game right in LA in their backyard, now these fans, if they want to go, now they got to travel. Now they got to fly, they got to drive, they got to get hotels. They didn't have to worry about that before. So it's going to be interesting to see how many fans are there from both teams. I think you might see more Vikings fans there because, like I said, you already had them. Um, if they were coming in for the game in LA, now they just got to change cities. They've already got a flight. You know, they've already flew into LA. I mean, they knew this a few days ago, so they had time. Rams fans, if they weren't expecting to travel and didn't have the money to travel, that's going to affect the home, that official home crowd for the Rams. I just have a feeling you're going to see more Vikings fans in this stadium, and you're going to probably see more fans local to the Arizona area that aren't really fans of either team showing up because they got access to tickets that they wouldn't have had before. You know, what's going on, Jordan? How you doing, buddy? Let's see, Pigs. I expect Josh Jacobs to have a good game, big game. That's going to be the focal point, I think, on both sides here. You got two of the top running backs in the league. You got Barkley going up against Josh Jacobs. May the best man, may the best man win. You know, I think this game's going to be kind of a shootout. It's going to be one of those. It's going to be down to the whoever controls the ball. Whoever's got the ball last is going to be they're going to win this. That's my thought. I don't know what you all think. I want Green Bay to win. I really do. So, not a nice pass. All right, so the game's back on. We're already at 13 minutes, 20 seconds. Third quarter. Buffalo just completed a pretty good pass here. Josh Allen threw it to, who did he throw that to? I know it was a tight end. I can't see is that Knox? No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it was Knox. Okay. Yeah, that was a nice completion. Nice throw, too. Yeah, the 25-yard pass. Wow, nice play. I've been to Buffalo, and I can hear that song playing in my head right now from being in a Buffalo game before. We drove up there to watch the Raiders play there. It's that stupid "Let's go Buffalo." I can hear it in my head right now. I guarantee that's what's going on there right now. They're all screaming, singing it. Cook's been running the ball well today for them too. That was a nice little hole for him. Damn, another first down. Yeah, we're down to like the 6, 7, where are we? 8-yard line. Buffalo's at the 8-yard line for Denver, so they're well within the red zone here. 12 minutes to go. There goes Cook again. Another 4-yard pickup. It's down to like the 5, roughly 5.5. 12 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Yeah, I think that Eagles Green Bay game is going to be a good game. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a higher scoring game. I didn't think it was going to be this low. But again, you do have two good defenses, between Denver and Buffalo's defense. Um, I just would have thought that Buffalo's offense matched up so much better over Denver's defense. But I mean, so far they are though. I mean, they're moving. Cook, no gain on that one. Pretty much right back to the line of scrimmage. So it's second and goal now. Third and goal. Sorry, apologize. Third and goal. Clock's moving fast. We're already down to 11 minutes left in the third quarter. I'm picking Tampa Bay to win too tonight, by the way. Tampa Bay, I think, is like a dark horse in this playoff. I think they've got a legit shot to beat the Redskins. Not so much a legit shot. I just think Josh Allen just got sacked. Lost about 3 yards on that. I'd have the game volume on, but I don't want to get hit for like copyright crap and all that. So that's why I'm not letting the game play in the background. I'm just watching it. He's not too happy after that. He kind of ran down the field after that, pointing towards the receiver. So I'm thinking he was expecting a penalty, like a holding call or a pass interference or something. Of all the teams in the playoffs, who would you like to see reach the Super Bowl? I really want to see Detroit and Buffalo. Um, but on top of that, I just don't want. Oh yeah, I can see why he was complaining. I just saw the play now in the end zone. Um, I just don't want the Chiefs there. I'd like to see Buffalo and Detroit because again, we're guaranteed that someone that's never won it before is going to win it. What's up, man? Yep, 48-20. I'm telling you, I think the Bucks are going to win this one. I really do. I mean, they've got the advantage of playing at home, first of all. And people underestimate Baker Mayfield. He's got ridiculous weapons down there. Offensive line takes him, and he's a scrambler. He's a wiry little bastard. I mean, saw it firsthand when we played when the Raiders went to Tampa. I mean, he was frustrating the hell out of Max Crosby. Max was in his face, but Baker Mayfield was able to get away from him every time. I mean, as soon as Max would get his hand on him, that was it. He was out. He got out of there. So you could see the frustration in Max in that game that he just could not get a clean shot on him to take him down. Um, I like Baker Mayfield. I really do. I think he's a heck of a quarterback. I think he's finally found a home, and he's played extremely well down there. Just look at his stats. His stats tell you everything. But then just watch him. I mean, the kid can play. The Chokers lost yesterday. Feeling good about that. And today the Broncos will lose too. Oh, I hear you, brother. I'm praying to the football gods that that's what happens. Like I said earlier, probably before you were on, um, you know, one part of the trifecta is complete. Chargers lost. As of right now, Buffalo is ahead. So that would be the second, and the third is to watch the Chiefs lose next week. So I just want to smack that trifecta and get all three of them out of the playoffs, be done and over with, and go on. I mean, I totally expected the Chargers to lose yesterday. I didn't expect them to win. I mean, typical Charger fashion, same thing. They hoot and holler and scream and yell and they're happy. Oh, we made the playoffs. Okay, we'll do something this time. Playoffs come, game starts, same shit. They got knocked out of the playoffs. Um, Herbert looked horrible yesterday. I mean, he basically cost them that game. I mean, I've always said that he's people give him too much credit as the quarterback for that team. I don't think he's as good as everybody thinks he is, especially Chargers fans. They think he's like the next great thing. He's not that good. I'm sorry. He's a good quarterback, but he's not. It. I said this last night on the show when I was on. He is like the Chargers version of Derek Carr. He does enough to get you wins to give you thought of making the playoffs. Herbert just takes it a step further and gets you to the playoffs, gets you that one game, but then he blows it and the team just sucks. He's what has he won since he's been there? Nothing. You know, is that what you want with your supposed star quarterback? Is a guy that's going to potentially get you somewhere? It's not going to happen with him. I'm telling you. Texans not beating the Chiefs, so we got to hope the Bills or Ravens take them out. I I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss the Texans, to be honest with you. I think they still could do it. I really, really do. You know, I mean, we'll see. Only time's going to tell at this point. But I've got faith in them. I think they could do it. I mean, what's going to hurt the Texans? They're playing. They're going to be playing in KC, and everybody knows what KC's like at home. You know, the refs have their own locker room there. You know, the Chiefs cater to them for sure. I don't know. I'm just saying. The Buffalo's up 13-7. There's 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Denver's got the ball. Knicks was on the center. Handoff. They got half a yard to a yard on that one. Second down. Um, yeah, you know how the refs are with the Chiefs. They get away with fucking murder. It's ridiculous. You know what the hell was that all about? The ref just came over and talked to I guess during the TV timeout, he was over there talking to Josh Allen. Probably because Josh was so vocal or animated after that last attempt before they kicked the field goal. All right, so Denver's back with the ball here. Nixon from the shotgun. Yeah, they got like 5 yards on that. And that's the scary part, Max Ray. I honestly believe that's part of the script. The NFL is probably like a step, almost step in step with like the WWE is my feeling. It's almost like wrestling. Everything's scripted and predetermined. I really start to feel that way now. Incomplete, fourth down. Yeah, it looks like Denver's punting again. Yep, 4th and 5. They're punting. 8 minutes, 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Good. Yeah, I mean, they just make it seem like it's scripted. The Chiefs get all the breaks in the world. I swear to God. Prove me wrong. Just look at some of the penalties that are called on just stupid shit. Just like the one at the end of our game. The second game we played. No, was it the first one? I think it was the first one. Whatever one that Carlson missed those 3 field goals at. Everybody's like, they're blaming they're blaming the center, they're blaming the refs. First of all, don't blame any of them, because if we didn't miss those 3 field goals, we would have won that game regardless of that penalty at the end. Even if that penalty still happened, it would have made a difference in the decision of the game or the outcome of the game. It really came down to those missed field goals. If he hits those 3 field goals, there's 9 points we lost that we would have won by. I think it would have been like a 6-point swing, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. Yeah, I mean, it's not just Raiders fans complaining about the Chiefs and everything. There's definitely I've seen it. I've seen fans of other teams complaining, or feeling that way. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, just watch the games and you just wonder sometimes what these refs are looking at when they make these calls, or, when they huddle once they stop huddling for too long on something that looks like, is it really that penalty or not? So it's like, how much of the refs really catering to them? I think it's more than people think, or more than people know. I can't stand Nick Wright and Teddy Bruschi. I hate Teddy Bruschi. I just don't like anyone Patriots related. Which is again why I have such a hard time being a Raiders fan, knowing that Brady's involved with this team. Um, does it make me not like? Does it make me not dislike him as much? No, I still can't stand the guy. Um, if I were to see him walk into an establishment that I'm in, would I still want to punch him in the face like I've always wished? Yeah, I would. I'd still want to walk over to him and just knock him the fuck out because I can't stand him. But I have no use for the guy. But I'm coming to grips with the fact that, he's now part owner of this team. He's got a vested interest in it. So, of course, he's going to want to see the team do good because he wants a return on his investment as a businessman. Why would he come in here and deliberately screw things up and make the team any worse than what it is? Not that he really can do much to make it worse than what it is, but why would he come in here and cause damage to the team? That means he's losing money, because if the team's not making money and they're starting to fail and they're not making a profit, well, guess what? Well, he ain't making one either. So that means he just made that investment for nothing. Might as well just drove down the road and threw the money out the window at that point. They ain't doing you any good, So yeah, he's going to want to see the team succeed, because again, he's got a vested interest in this. Buffalo's got the ball back. There was like a 2-yard pickup on that. So we're at 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Buffalo still up 13-7. First 4 possessions for the Bills: field goal, touchdown, punt, field goal. Oh, they've had control of that ball for a long time, too. What are we at? 10. 15. We're at 20 something minutes. We're at 8 minutes now. Let's see what this play does. First down, Buffalo. Oh, he's still going. Out of bounds, stops the clock. So we're at 7:55. Buffalo's at their own 40 now. What was I talking about? Brady. Yeah, I mean he's not going to come in and deliberately sabotage anything. That would just be the dumbest move ever. You know, you're a businessman. You do what you got to do. Let me see. Where are we at here? We got 8 people on the channel right now, so that's good. Far cry from where we were last night. That show was fire last night. That was fun. That was a good time. Um, Not saying I'm going to be on for 4 hours today, um, but it's easier for me to be on for 4 hours today because it's during the daylight hours. Last night I was starting to fade fast. Once we hit the about the 3 hour and 15 mark, I started to fade. My voice was going. Um, which is why I had no problem bringing Jay in last night with me on the feed because it was someone else to take over some talking for a little bit because my voice needed a rest. Plus that coughing fit I had at the beginning. Oh my god, that was horrible last night. That pretty much incapacitated me for a good 20 seconds. I couldn't even talk. It hurt. It almost took the wind out of me. So with 1st and 20. I missed the penalty. Obviously, they had a penalty to knock it back 10 yards. So Allen got, I don't know, about 8 yards back on that run off the right side. We're at 6 minutes, 41 seconds. Josh Allen is 7 carries, 43 yards already. Yeah, 2nd and 12 now. Come on, Buffalo, score a touchdown. They really spread this lead. Just don't let them stall you. Can't have that happen. So, yeah, time of possession. Holy cow. 26 minutes for Buffalo, 11 for Denver. Denver's done 27, had 27 plays. Buffalo's in the 40s with the number of plays in this game. Oh, that wasn't a good hit. That was a bad hit. That Buffalo, I don't know who that guy is, but he just got knocked the fuck out on that play. That was a scary, scary hit. Completely defenseless. Wow. Oh, man, yeah, he was out cold before he even hit the ground. You could see his hands, his fists clenched right up on his way to the ground. He didn't even try and put his hands out to support himself as he was falling. Wow, that was a nasty hit. That was a hard, hard hit. This is going to delay the game for a while now. Damn. And they got a penalty on it too. So, wow, I hate seeing plays like that. It's scary. And that's the problem with this league right now. I mean, some of these hits are being, that are being committed. They're more and more vicious than they ever used to be. Um, and again, I know, yeah, guys back in the 70s and back in that era, yeah, they used to have some nasty, nasty hits, but the gameplay is a little bit different now. These guys, these players playing now, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. You look at some of these, cornerbacks now in this league versus cornerbacks back in the 70s and early 80s. They back then it wasn't a lot of heavy lifting, and these guys weren't jacked. I mean, these guys now, some of these guys are in phenomenal shape, muscle wise. You know, they're strong. They're so much stronger than they ever were before. You know, And then you get a guy with with an attitude of, wants to drill somebody like that. Not saying it's a bad thing, you know, or if it was intentional or not. Can't really tell if it was, you know. So when there's collisions like this, I mean, they're a hell of a lot more violent than they ever were before. And some of these guys just take a beating. Plus the size difference too. Like the cornerback that just hit that running back on that play, there's a definite size difference between the two. That cornerback is a hell of a lot bigger than that running back that got clipped. I mean, clipped. He got broadsided. Um, Even in slow motion, it was still tough to tell if it was a helmet to helmet. It kind of didn't look like it. It was kind of more of like a shoulder side. They're walking him off. Oh, he's already on his way to the tunnel. Okay. Yeah, running back Ray Davis. He's a rookie. 222 pounds compared to this cornerback who's, 6'2 probably. Yeah, see, from that angle, it looks like it's helmet to helmet, but the other angle they showed, it didn't show that way. So it's 1st and 10, 6 minutes left. Buffalo just ran it with Cook. He got about a yard and a half on that play. Yeah, did you see that hit, Pigs? That was a hard hit, definitely. Again, still couldn't tell if it was a helmet to helmet hit. It didn't look like it from one angle that they showed first before they went to commercial break, but the clip they just showed, the replay when they came back from the angle they were in, it looked like it was a helmet to helmet. I don't think it was. I really don't. Definitely wasn't intentional. I can tell you that right now. First down, nice play. Like the Dawson Knox again. 1st and 10. We're down to 5 minutes left in the third quarter now. Allen's in the shotgun. They're on their own 33, 43, 33. No, sorry, they're on Denver's 33. Yeah, overthrew. Had a great season with Kentucky last year. He's really short, so it makes it awkward for tall tacklers. Yeah, like I said, that was a defensive back that he was going up against. I mean, he definitely gave up the height to that guy, and the overall size too. You know, I'll tell you right now, if he would have caught that ball, he would have dropped it. He would have been hit so hard, he definitely would have lost that ball. Which, on top of the fact the guy getting hurt, there would have been a fumble. Buffalo's back. Another yard, maybe two on that play. So it's third down now, 3rd and 8. Cook's been playing pretty good today too for Buffalo. Yeah, 21 rushes, 115 yards, and a touchdown. It's pretty damn good. I think everybody's still tired from last night. I thought there'd be more people on during the day, but apparently not. Everybody's still a little groggy and maybe hungover from last night. Let's see. A throw like that, I'm sure Allen would take back, floating it like that. And I think if you watch the video, the replay at the end of that play, you can see Allen's face. He realized what he did. Like, I think he realized the second he let go of the ball when he was throwing it, that he knew he didn't put it in a good spot for Davis to try and even catch that without getting a hit. And I'm sure once he threw it, he saw the defender closing in on him, so he knew he was going to get smacked. I mean, there's probably a chance he'll be in concussion protocol now too. So if they go forward, they won't have his services at least for next week. Uh, Touchdown, Buffalo. Who is that? Number 26. Ty Johnson, running back, number 26. 3 minutes to go. So Buffalo's up right now, 19-7. Thank God. Yep. Touchdown, Buffalo. That stadium's going nuts right now. I'm sure it is. Those Bills fans are crazy, man. I've seen it firsthand. Yeah, that's a legit catch. You ain't overturning that one. Ball never touched the ground. That's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Don't give me that crap that they're gonna call this back. That's a beautiful catch. If they uphold this, that's a beautiful catch. He's got control right there. He's still not even out. Now he's out of bounds, but he's still got control. That's a catch 100%. Yeah, right. That was insane how he held himself to not go out of bounds or slide out ahead of time. They go to commercial break. God damn it. I mean, talk about hugging that line as he was sliding, though, huh? Yeah, one little move and he could have been out of bounds already, but they got lucky. I think that's going to be. I think that play is going to stand. I think it's going to be a touchdown. Can't imagine them calling that one back. That's crazy. Oh God, yeah, I definitely didn't get enough sleep last night. Pigs, what you home today right now? Or are you working too? I know Robert Pena mentioned it earlier. He's at work today. He's listening on his phone. This is I love when we're playing on Sundays because I get to go to the bar and hang with the club members for the Booster Club and watch the games together. But I also like this time of year now too, where I can stay home on a Saturday or a Sunday and watch football all day and just kind of relax. It's a long season. Being at the bar every weekend. Um, this season was a little off too because how poorly we played. So some of the turnouts at the bar weren't that great. We had, less people some games, other games we had a shit ton of members show up, and then when we play prime time or on holidays and shit, you know, people just tend to stay home and not show up, you know. Well, we don't usually get together for prime time games just because again, it's a prime time game. People have to get up and go to work the next morning. So pretty much we tell everybody, just do your own thing on that night. If you want to go out and watch the game somewhere, go for it. Or you want to stay home and relax, go for it. We're not coming to the bar for hang with the club. Um, Same thing with like Black Friday. A lot of people had to work on that day. So there was no sense in us all getting together and, going and watching the game together at the bar. A good chunk of the members had to work. So just doing stuff around the house. My dog is having kidney issues. Just gave him some IV. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of dog is it? We got 3 dogs here in this house. So, trust me, I know your pain, man. It sucks watching dogs go through issues like that. What's the decision? What are they saying? They didn't. Oh, they did. Okay. All right. So Buffalo got the touchdown. They're going for a 2-pointer now. Josh Allen in the shotgun on this. What's he doing? What's he doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yep. Completion. 2 points. 21-7. Buffalo. Um, yeah, we have labs here. We've got 3 black labs. We have our older dog, which is my daughter's. His name is Bo. Um, he's 13. He's 13 this year. So he's getting up there. He's starting to have hip issues, but I'll tell you what, he's still got a lot of pep in his step for his age. And I think it's because of the other 2 dogs we have. They keep him young and keep him active. My daughter's got another dog named Kimber. She's a lab. She's a brute. but she's a big snuggle bug. Um, and then we've got the one that my wife and I have, which is Gracie. She's small. She's about a little over 40 pounds. She's not a big lab, but she's a she's a German Pointer Blue Heeler lab mix. All three dogs are all black. They're all black labs. Kimber and Gracie are sisters. They came from the same litter. Kimber was the brute. She was the big one of the litter, and Gracie, our dog, she was the run of the litter. Um, but I mean, I love her to death. We had a dog. We had a big lab years ago. His name was Duke. He was like a rust color lab. He was what they call a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. So his webbing on his paws, if you spread his paws out and looked at the webbing, his webbing was almost right up to the top because they were bred for, they were big swimmers. Those dogs, most labs are, but his webbing was huge on his paws. Um, we rescued him from an dog pound in state here, and already when we got him, he was already like 3 or 4 years old, so he was already a little older. Um, we had to put him down back in 2014. I came home actually the day of the Raiders game against the Patriots. I went to the tailgate and everything, and the game. Got home, and normally he comes running to the door when I came in the house, and he didn't come running. So I'm like, Duke. I went and I found him. He was laying in my daughter's bedroom on her floor, and he had already thrown up a few times. He had already, shed a couple of times. He just couldn't move. So I had to literally, now this is like an 80 plus pound dog, dead weight. I had to pick him up off the floor, and I carried him into the bathroom on the tile floor to put him there for the time being so I could clean up her room. And that way, there, if he did anything, it was easy to clean it up on the tile. But between my wife and I, we took turns throughout the night laying next to him because he wouldn't move. Like, we put water in the room, in the bathroom with him. He wanted nothing to do with eating. He wouldn't even drink the water, really. At one point in the middle of the night while I was laying with him, he got up. He walked out of the bathroom, turned, stood in the hallway, looked at me, and then came back in and just plopped right back down. He never moved again after that. This was on a Sunday, so the next morning, we had to roll him onto a blanket. He's still alive. Um, Took three of us to carry him out of the house in the blanket, put him in the back of the Jeep, and drove him to the vets. And they explained what they could do, but it's going to cost a ton of money, and then there's no guarantee. What they think happened was his stomach twisted and obstructed, so he was in so much pain you could see it in his eyes. Um, there was no guarantee they were even going to be able to fix it, because that's a common thing with labs. They get the stomach twist. So we ended up coming to the decision that we had to put him down, and it was painful. That was, outside of losing, grandparents and my dad and everything, that's a tough thing to do, is when you lose a pet like that, because they're like your kids. People that don't own dogs or cats don't understand. Cats I don't care about. I don't like cats. Um, I'm a dog lover. I love my dogs. So it's tough. It's not easy to go through that. And that's just it. I mean, his poor quality of life was just, wasn't good. You know. So now we're starting to get that way now with my daughter's dog Bo, which kind of sucks. She thinks about it all the time now, that because she was obviously around when we had to put Duke down. So she was there for that, and now she's seeing that her dog's getting to that stage. But he's lived a long life. He was extremely active when he was younger, and he's just such a great dog. I mean, he follows her everywhere, no matter where she goes in the house. She can't go anywhere without him being right there. Like, even if she takes him outside, he doesn't wander too far from her. He's a good boy. That's cool. Yeah, having the two of them together, and they play together all the time. They get along great. You know. Yeah, swim dog. Yeah, I'm telling you, he was big. He was a big boy, dude. That was heavy picking him up off the floor. That wasn't easy. He was such a dead weight load. I was like, God damn. It's tough. Dogs know when it's time to go. Yeah, they do. They really do. It's about quality of life is his top. Yeah, and that's just it. It's like, what kind of justice were we doing for him if we would have, just brought him back home and let it now? I mean, at that point, he was in too much pain. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't eat. He couldn't drink. He was super dehydrated because of that. So I mean, it was a tough decision. It wasn't an easy one, but it had to be done. No, it looks like Denver's going to punt against 4th and 11, a minute 20 left in the third quarter. Oh, that was almost intercepted. That was a close one, man. They should have had that one. Yeah, that was in his hands too, man. Jesus. Nick's just got lucky in that position. Yeah. What are we getting here? Oh, we're getting a good return. Up to the 41, 42 yard line. That was a nice little return. I love watching the coach's reaction when that shit happens. It's great. Oh, God. It's kind of quiet on here today. I think I might cut this at an hour right now and then maybe jump back on when the 4:30 game starts, take a break for a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hop off right now. So anybody that's still watching, just check back in in another hour and a half or so, roughly. I'll probably be back on. I thought more people would be on and get some chat going. So yeah, pigs, hit me up later. Just watch. I'll set it up when I'm ready to schedule it and see if you got the notifications set. It'll be on. So good luck with your dog, man. I'm sorry you're having to go through that. It's not easy. I understand 100%. People sometimes don't realize how much dogs mean to people and how comforting they are. I love I love my little girl Gracie. She's the best. She's the best. So, all right, I am going to log off for now. I will be back on probably around the same time the Green Bay game starts. So anybody that's still watching, check my channel. Hopefully, maybe I'll have someone on with me at that point. We'll see who's around. And I got to reach out to Raider Rebel, see what he's doing. Anybody that's familiar with Raider Rebel, um, I'm going to see if he wants to come on for a couple hours or so and just chit chat and see what we can work up, what trouble we can get into on here. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching for the hour that you've been here. Appreciate the interaction, the comments. Pigs, you take care. Go take care of that little dog of yours. All right. Good luck, brother. Everybody, have a good day. See you in a couple hours. Later.